Yeah, Kwako. Third one. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, welcome back. Wow. Quick point of correction. It's not Salam Yao Bless who's the man in the middle. It's Robert Musse. And at the end there, everybody in the stadium is talking about his decision. Hopefully that is not going to be the talking point in what has been a very engaging game. I tell you what, the fans seem to be more tense than the players. What is happening out there? Anyway, let's quickly do some analysis. Kate Shiza joins me at pitchside with Francis Agboigbo. Guys, what a first half.
Well, yeah, it was a very tense first half, especially because of the nature of the game. You are looking at two clubs who are rivals in the locality, and both of them are battling for relegation as well. So you would have thought that this game will be a very tension-packed game. And if you are a fan at the Accra Sports Stadium at this moment, you experience the tension, all the fans making noise, arguments, debates. And, you know, the game was quite balanced from the first minute until the 45th minute, where a lot of controversy you hear.
There's no offside. There's nothing much that seems to be.
So that's where he blows his whistle.
Yeah.
After.
Yeah.
That's where he
right.
blows his
In the melee.
In the heat of the moment, shockingly, the referee blew the whistle.
Well, maybe not shockingly if he's saying it was time, but perhaps you should let them play on.
The simple rule of the game says that when the ball is in motion and it's in the attacking end, you should allow the game to flow. Let the danger simmer down, then you can blow. That makes logic. But in the heat of the moment, you don't blow the whistle. And you saw the reaction from the fans. Sometimes the referees need to manage the situation and then the moments of the game, the phases of the game. Those are the most important moments of the game. And for the referee to blow the whistle at a particular point in time that he did, it was shocking personally to me. And you can tell it spilled over into the fan base. And some of them even wanted to crack the glass and then enter the pitch.
Yeah, I think it's about education. Obviously, he would explain to the coaches who are, especially Hearts of Oak, they don't understand. Once he does that, we need to focus on the second half. Let's talk about the football. Balanced game up till then, but it looked like a ding-dong affair. Olympics seemed to be a little bit on top, but they weren't really getting those clear-cut chances.
Exactly, Yao. You look at the game and you realize that from the first minute to about the 5th, 7th minute, Hearts of Oak were on top, and then Olympics took over. We realized that Olympics are more, solid in the midfield because of the presence of Glasson Awako, and then their captain at the back is also controlling affairs. And you realize that Hearts of Oak at a point were wearing off. I don't know if it's stress or it was tiredness.
Tension. And
maybe tension too. But at the end of the day, Olympics created some decent chances. The only thing you would say is that the chance at the final minute of the game was what marred the whole situation. But Olympics created openings from the flanks and all that.
At the beginning of the game, it looked like as if Olympics were opening up Hearts of Oak at will with those penetrating passes.
Yeah, with Razak at the heart of Olympics midfield, and with Glasson and Waku, they are short of quality long passes into the channel, and they know very well they targeted the left back of Hearts of Oak in the first 15 minutes, who happens to be Dennis Nkrumah Kosa. They've caused him problem down there. Basically, Hamza Issa has to start dropping deep to bail him out on some of the occasions. But the problem is Olympics figured him out, but they didn't manage to maximize the chances that they carved out in the first 15 minutes. And by the 20th minute, Hearts of Oak basically came back into the game. They started playing. Hearts of Oak themselves on the right wings wanted to use the pace of Yawamankwa Befi and Martin Kakari to some extent. But it's their final decision making on top of the pitch that leaves much to be desired. You look at Kasim Cisse, basically Hamza is supposed to play off his shoulders, but at the point in time you saw that they were apart. They were basically playing apart, far away from each other, so they were not getting that telepathy in between both of them.
The defenders have done well, some really crucial interventions at the right moment, otherwise we should have had a couple of goals.
Yes, and for Hearts of Oak, they've made a couple of mistakes, especially their central defensive pairing, and so you realize that they've had to be changing in between their defenders, but today they've held their own. Both defenses have come up strong, and you realize that they've reduced some of the players to shooting from behind. You saw Hamza Issa shooting from behind, and also I think Glasson Awako also getting a shot from behind with the goalkeeper saved there. And so for the defenses, they've come up on top, they've done well, and I think for Hearts of Oak, it's commendable for them looking at what has happened in previous games.
45 more minutes to play. Ouattara wants to win. Olympics wants to win. You have to take the right decisions, get your tactics right in the second half.
Yeah, Ouattara wants to win. Wellington wants to win, and the two set of fans wants a win. They don't want this game to end in a draw, so you can tell the tension. But that first half, Kakari here on this frame, he put the top of his foot, the laces through, but goalkeeper Benjamin Asari was equal to the task and pulled off a brilliant save on this occasion. Hearts of Oak basically, here again, Hearts of Oak carved them open, but the defender, Oko Gripman, stood tall and was able to thwart the threat. The problem with the strikers were they were not able to tap off the foot instead of on top of the foot. On top of the foot, you would have generate enough power or venom behind the ball to hit the back of the net. But the technique he used, basically, he got it. The ball dropped kindly for him.
He should have smashed it.
I'm thinking that there was a whistle.
Got and scored in the Black Stars game.
There was a handball.
I'm thinking he had whistled for a foul.
Right, and
because you saw the player relax. Look at the Olympics player.
Okay, here
look at him. Look at him. Okay. Now stop. Okay, we need a look at his hand. He had raised his hand there and then was walking sort of sluggishly.
So maybe there was something off the camera.
So maybe the referee would have whistled. Had whistled earlier.
Okay, so Great Olympics play RTU in their last match.
Yes.
Hearts of Oak play Bichim, and Karela travel to Midiama.
Hearts of Lions play against Brekum Chelsea.
Yeah, let's assume they win. All these relegation threatened teams win. You need to get a result here.
That is the problem here, Yao. If the game ends in a draw, we will get into the last day of the season with Great Olympics. Great Olympics will be in the relegation, so Hearts of Oak will be on top of them, maybe probably on head-to-head difference or goal difference. But the problem here is the scenario. What if Hearts of Lions win? What if Karela wins? What if who again in
Well,
the mix?
Dreams are playing.
Hearts of Oak.
So
Hearts of
the
Oak
problem,
are traveling to Bechem.
what if
Yeah.
Hearts of
And
Oak
that's a
also
very
wins?
difficult ground.
It's a difficult ground, but you need to win
Olympics
away.
are
You need to
playing
win.
RTU,
Who are relegated.
Yes.
So
So,
it's-
you look. And Bechem is not a very good ground for Hearts of Oak.
It
It's not a very
isn't,
good
but if you're
hunting
fighting
ground
relegation
for Hearts of Oak.
and you're Hearts of Oak, you should be able to
So
travel.
why I'm saying this is because I think Hearts of Oak have this in their hands. They are playing home right now, and if you are Hearts of Oak, you would want to finish off this game
Before
so
you
that
travel.
it makes it easier for you
Right.
in the final round, because you don't know what will happen in the
And I
final
think
round.
Dreams are safe.
Yeah, Dreams will be safe. They have one extra game to
one
play
outstanding
against
game.
RTU come midweek.
Yes.
RTU are
So if they
relegated.
win that
Yes.
game, basically Dreams are safe before they even play on the last day of the
Because you
season.
are looking at the table, Hearts of Oak have 41,
Yeah.
and I think
Olympics
have
are
40.
40, yes.
Yeah, they do have 40.
It is that tight, so a draw would not be good
Hearts
for
of
Great
Lions,
Olympics.
Karela
Yes.
all have 44 points. So it's tough.
It is tough.
This game, you can tell both fans don't want the game to end in a draw.
Guys,
But
let's talk about
Olympics
it.
are playing here against RTU,
Right.
which is a game they are likely to win.
Right.
But
You
one
know,
thing I can
so-
tell for a fact is, if any of these two teams should lose here this evening,
They could go on
that team will be
relegation.
relegated from the league.
It is that
That's
much.
the thing.
There is a lot of pressure, guys, and it's 45 more minutes of action to play, and there's no doubt about it. The fans are loving it, and I like the atmosphere. But I'm not hearing the Phobians sing as much. Are they under too much pressure?
Yeah,
these-
they've forgotten about the ambient. They want the ball to hit the back of the net. There is tension. I watched the first half up there in the stands, and people are not comfortable. I came down to meet Kate. Basically, he was stretching himself to even watch the pitch because people cannot even sit. Everybody is on the edge of their seat. That's how tough it is for the fans over the course. You haven't forgotten to
Understand, you
because
hear
House
the
of Folk
fans
fans are,
making the
are
noise
noted
there.
for singing. But from 30th minute, you can't even hear them singing. That's how awkward the game has been for them.
Awako has had good moments in the first half. Was he the standout player you can pick from the two sides, or he's been so balanced? Nobody has had the opportunity to stamp his authority on the match.
I think Olympics have worked more collectively. They've worked together, and they've helped Glasson Awako in moments. For Hearts of Oak, you've found out that they are a bit disjointed in the middle. Otanga.
Glid Otanga is not with the team.
Has not really gotten
Kofi Pong is
it
playing
going,
his
and then
position.
Kasim Cisse is also, looking tired in the game, and so maybe in the midfield they would have to be stronger there to be able to
Options for
combat what
Olympics
is doing.
warming up in the attacking fray. They could make changes if it comes critical, couldn't they?
Yeah, they could make changes if it comes critical. Basically, Olympics have managed to play very well, especially in the second half of games. They know how to manage their games. So Hearts of Oak should be very cautious and very careful in terms of letting slack down their guards, because on some occasions we saw our Olympic breakdown on the counter-attack. It's the final decision making that is letting them down. But for Kekeli Ato, they have one of the most leader strikers in the division. If they get balls to him at the right time, he can punish Hearts of Oak. With Kasim Cisse and Hamza Isa, they are supposed to play closer to each other. And Kasim Cisse, Hamza Isa is supposed to benefit from the second
Too close
balls.
to call?
Yeah, very close, and I'm expecting it's likely to end in a draw. It's likely to end in a draw.
All right, well, Kate says it's likely to end in a draw.
This game will not end in a draw. One side will win the game.
All right, let's join Nana Dakwa, JC, and Josiah Okokwe for the second half.
Welcome back for second half of this big one here in the capital. As Accra South and Great Olympics halftime. Saw the two teams going to the tunnel without scoring. Back from recess, both teams are yet to make changes to the teams that started the game. The Phobians will be playing from left to right.